Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to another edition of NoDQ&A video right here on NoDQ.com, the YouTube channel, and NoDQ&A videos affiliate RingsideNews.com. This is the final edition of NoDQ&A video until Elimination Chamber, as well as the launch of the WWE Network. A lot going on right now in the world of wrestling, so make sure you stay tuned to NoDQ.com for all the very latest regarding Elimination Chamber and the launch of the WWE Network. With that being said, let's get down to your questions via spring.me/AaronRift. First one today comes from Crusher6363. Will CM Punk join Jeff Jarrett's new promotion? I've gotten a lot of questions regarding CM Punk possibly working with another company like TNA or Ring of Honor or Jeff Jarrett's new promotion. Here's the thing. We don't even know at this point where CM Punk stands. We don't know if he has any interest in even wrestling again, period. And as far as Jeff Jarrett's promotion goes, one thing at a time. His promotion hasn't even launched yet. And even if it does, and even if CM Punk is interested in wrestling again, I think, number one, it would take a lot of money for CM Punk to work for another company, especially an upstart promotion. CM Punk, he wants to be the best, and in order to be the best, you have to be on the big stage, WWE. So I think that if CM Punk can work things out with WWE and he can come back and be a top guy, I think that that's what he'll end up doing. I think that CM Punk going to work for Jeff Jarrett or going to TNA or Ring of Honor, I think all that is a long shot. I think either CM Punk goes back to WWE or he just doesn't wrestle anymore. And nobody knows for sure what's going to happen because CM Punk has been quiet about it. So we don't know where his head is at this point. All right, next question here comes from BenTims524. Hey Aaron, love the show. Do you think Hulk Hogan and The Undertaker will be enough for the Chicago crowd to quiet down about CM Punk? I definitely think it will help. I don't see Hulk Hogan and Undertaker going out there and the crowd chanting for CM Punk when they're out there. I think that Hulk Hogan will be a huge deal, and the Chicago fans, they have been known to love Hulk Hogan and adore him. And the times that Hulk Hogan has come out in front of a Chicago crowd, the place goes absolutely nuts. Chicago is definitely Hulk Hogan country. So, that will help matters. And I'm sure WWE will have tricks to try and, get the crowd to chant CM Punk during the commercial breaks and not on TV. And they'll have different ways of trying to get around it. It's definitely going to be an issue, though. If CM Punk doesn't come back by the time of that Chicago Raw, it will definitely be an issue. I think that you're still going to have fans chanting during the show. It's just a matter of what degree. But if WWE puts Hogan out there, puts Undertaker out there, has Daniel Bryan as a main part of the show, that will definitely help matters. All right, this next one comes from Ratitude. Lately, I've noticed Kurt Angle has been retweeting a lot of photos from his WWE days. Is this a sign he's planning a WWE return once his contract runs out with TNA? Well, I think Kurt Angle is preparing himself for life after TNA. We've seen several guys now that were being paid a lot by TNA. They've made their way out of the company. Guys like Jeff Hardy and AJ Styles, and Kurt Angle could see his days being numbered in TNA. And I think that he would love the opportunity to go into the WWE Hall of Fame and maybe even have a final send-off, maybe a big match at WrestleMania. It is also a matter of will Kurt Angle be able to pass a WWE physical. They're very strict about people getting into the ring that are not in tip-top shape. And we know Kurt Angle's had a lot of injuries. So there's a lot of different factors, but I think that if the cards align, if Kurt Angle's healthy enough, I think that he will have a final run in WWE. I've said this before in other videos, I don't see him wrestling full-time again in WWE. I just don't see that happening. The best case situation where Kurt Angle wrestles, I think it'll be a limited schedule or maybe even just one final match at WrestleMania and then a Hall of Fame induction. And I think the Hall of Fame induction will definitely happen at some point. I mean, Kurt is an obvious candidate for it. I mean, he is Hall of Fame from head to toe. So, you know, I definitely see that happening, and maybe another match. All right, this one comes from Lost in Scranton. Hey Aaron, how's it going? Do you think Damien Sandow can recover from his downturn he has taken in recent months for no apparent reason? Also, do you think that there will be a Viscera Big Daddy V tribute on Raw? Please answer in video. Regarding Damien Sandow, I hope he can recover from it. I think that he has a lot to offer in WWE. I really like his promo abilities, and he's a solid wrestler. He's got a solid look. You know, I talked about before how I feel the character needed to evolve, and it actually has evolved over the past several months, but you know, WWE has really moved him down the card as of late, and he lost a lot of momentum he had when he won Money in the Bank. I don't know if he's going to be able to get that back now. I'm definitely hoping so. I think that you can still do something with him, but you know, time will tell. We'll have a better indication after WrestleMania. I mean, they already have their plans for WrestleMania, and you know, certain guys are going to be pushed. Certain guys are going to be in the background. You know, Damien Sandow is going to be one of those guys in the background for the time being. But after WrestleMania, maybe they'll give him another opportunity. Regarding Viscera, Big Daddy V, I could definitely see them at the very least doing an on-screen graphic. I mean, I would be shocked if they didn't do that. I mean, they acknowledged him on the WWE website, and I think they'll have some kind of tribute. A video package, I mean, that would be really cool if they did that. I don't know if they will or not, but at the very least, I think we'll get the on-screen graphic, and maybe they'll do a little video package for him on Raw. I definitely feel they should. All right, this one comes from King RC 2003. Hey Aaron, don't you think that the promo and crowd reactions were better back in the 80s and 90s than they are now? This is a funny question because I got another one here, which is the complete opposite view from Live Life Loudly. Hey Aaron, do you think WWE crowds are getting better? It feels like crowds have been getting a lot more involved in matches as of late. Here's my take on it. I mean, the crowds vary, and it depends on the time period. I think fans in 2014 are more into the in-ring action than they've been in a very long time. I mean, fans in the 1980s were into it, but, you know, back then a lot of fans still thought wrestling was real, and that's how they reacted, and they would throw things at the wrestlers, and, you know, they would get real heat back in those days. And during the 90s, it changed a little bit. You know, the emphasis of the product was not on the wrestling. It was more about the characters and the storylines. And as a result, the fans would pop huge for the entrances and the characters. But then once the bell rang and the matches began, the crowd would not react much. Today, you know, the crowds have been conditioned, you know, to cheer for the holds, and you know, they know all the key spots. You know, when Randy Orton you know, does all of his signature moves, you know, the crowd knows it's coming, and they've been conditioned to react to these things. So I mean, it's just a matter of the product and times changing. And you know, there have been hot crowds in the 80s, there have been hot crowds in the 90s, there have been hot crowds today, and there's also been bad crowds in all those periods. All right, this next one comes from JBull9. Hey Aaron, why wasn't AJ on Raw and SmackDown this week, considering she's the Divas Champion, and will she be at Elimination Chamber? Please answer in video. AJ was given the week off, and there were the photos online of apparently her arriving in Chicago and CM Punk picking her up. Who knows when those pictures were actually taken, but you know, she was given the time off, and at this point, as of this video being done, she is not scheduled for a match at Elimination Chamber. There's no Divas match, but that could very easily change depending on the time, and if WWE feels they need to add another match. I mean, that's always a possibility. They could add something at the last minute. I don't think it's necessary to just randomly have a Divas title match on the pay-per-view. It's best off to promote it in advance. But, you know, we'll see. I mean, they could always add it at the very last minute. All right, final question today comes from King RC 2003. Hey Aaron, do you believe that WWE is rushing the Wyatt family versus Shield match? I think they should have waited until WrestleMania 30 to do that. I believe they could really build it all the way until WrestleMania 30. Please answer in video. Well, I think that if WWE is planning a triple threat match between the Shield at WrestleMania, I think what they're doing now is the best way to go. Have the Shield break up at Elimination Chamber and then do the big Shield exploding match at WrestleMania where the three of them go at it. That to me seems the best way to go. Now, if WWE doesn't do that match at WrestleMania, then I will definitely say it was a mistake to not do the Wyatt family versus Shield at WrestleMania. But as it is right now, I think that the pacing has been very good. They haven't rushed the Shield split. It's been a slow process. And if they had done Wyatt family and Shield at the Royal Rumble, that would have been too soon. So I think the way they're doing it right now is fine as long as it leads up to the triple threat at WrestleMania. So that'll do it for this edition of NoDQ&A video. If you enjoyed today's video, please share it on Facebook and Twitter. And if you're not subscribed already, click the subscribe button. Have over 1,000 videos and counting. And as I mentioned at the beginning, stay tuned to NoDQ.com for all the latest news and rumors in WWE and TNA. Thanks for watching.